everybody, welcome back to the All Things Good channel and to another video. It's Vlogmas, day 22. I have to put my coffee down. Day 22. We're almost there. How have we done it? Well, I've done it with your help, clearly. I couldn't have done it without you. My word, it's been something else. Ooh. Well, anyway, today I've got quite a few jobs to do. It's still pretty early. It's just coming up to 8:30ish, and I'm going to the hairdressers in about 2 hours' time. So I've just given myself the next couple of hours to sort out my fridge and freezer. I'm going to have a really good clear out. I'm sure there's things in the freezer that have been in there for far too long, right at the bottom, that I haven't used, that can probably be thrown away, unfortunately. But there are going to be other things that I can bag up and take over to Mom's, and she can store for me in her freezer, so I'm ready for my big food delivery tomorrow. So I'm going to sort that out next. And I don't know if, I'm sure you're the same, you've got things in your freezer that probably you don't need anymore and what have you. And it's such a waste really, but I find that with people coming and going in my household, certainly over the past 12 months, I've sort of had to get used to buying less and making less food. And then Grace went through a period of time where she was working long hours and she was away in the evenings, and sometimes I'd cook for her and then she didn't want it, or I'd only cook for me. So there's been quite a lot of adjustment this year, and obviously no partner anymore. And then Adam's not here very often, but when he is here, the fridge gets empty very, very quickly, as I'm sure you can imagine. When you're 6'4", you get through a lot of food. So I have to sort of monitor it all the way through the year, but I am sure there are things in my freezer that are going to go to waste, unfortunately. So let's get cracking with that. Into the day. Hope you enjoy today's video. Fortunately, I do clean out my fridge and freezer quite frequently, so it wasn't too dirty, but I certainly needed to make some room ready for tomorrow. I always use this fridge and freezer cleaner. It's by Candy Hoover Group and it's called Care and Protect Rapid Action. It is available off Amazon and it's got a really nice fresh lemon smell to it. I will of course link the description down below for you. Smile to myself because unbeknownst to me, Grace has bought some bits and pieces for Christmas that I found tucked away in the fridge. Looking a bit full, we're going to get through this over the next 2 or 3 days, and I've got just the right amount of space to pop the turkey in, all sorts of bits and pieces, and plenty of freezer space for tomorrow as well. It's raining. My poor clean car. Oh well, we'll have to avoid the puddles. I'm on my way to the hairdressers now. As you can see, I need to. For those of you that were asking if I'm a natural blonde in the Q&A we did. Was that last week? Last Friday, wasn't it? Good Lord. Where is time going? My God, I seem to be in the car a lot this week as well. But that's Christmas for you, isn't it? So I'm very, very, very pleased. I have sorted the fridge and freezer out and made room for that turkey and everything else that's coming tomorrow. Fingers crossed everything's in stock. But the other reason I always get my delivery on the 23rd is that if there are any substitutions that aren't right or anything's out of stock, I've still got time to nip to the shop and get what I need. And actually we've got a really good group of little local shops here just down the road here from the house, so I don't have to go into another big supermarket again, which is great. I can get anything from the local shops here if anything is missing. So that's why I get everything on the 23rd, and obviously anything that needs defrosting gets then defrosted on the 24th. So I'm sure that's probably what you all do as well. But I'm really pleased I've got that job done this morning, and very little waste. I've only had to throw out some frozen chicken that's been frozen for far too long, and I wouldn't be happy using that. And I've made another bag of items that Mum can put in her freezer for me, and it's just some, you know, vegetables and things like that. So I'm really pleased there was no waste, very little waste. So that's pleased me a lot. First thing I've got to do is find a car parking space. I've left in plenty of time. I'm about 5 minutes from the town now, and my appointment's not for another half an hour, so hopefully I've got plenty of time to get parked up, and then I can sit and relax in the hairdressers for a bit. What a treat. Hairdressers is done, as you can see, and now is the moment that you've probably all been waiting for. I have done today's Vlogmas video in collaboration with Toni-Interior, who I know most of you absolutely love. This little bit is pre-recorded, and this is us making the infamous Nutella Christmas tree. Hope you enjoy it. So not only is this my first year on YouTube with the All Things Good channel, it's my first ever Vlogmas, and it's also my first ever collaboration. I'm so excited that my collaboration this year is with Toni-Interior. I'm sure you've seen Toni's channel. If you haven't, go over and have a look. It's absolutely fabulous. But Toni and I are going to make the Nutella tree together today. I've got all my ingredients ready, and all you need is some Nutella spread, 2 sheets of defrosted puff pastry, and I'm also going to add some ground almonds and some cinnamon. So let's get on with it. Start by rolling out your first sheet of puff pastry onto a wooden chopping board. Then place the pastry as carefully as you can onto a lined baking tray. Then you want to cut out the shape of a Christmas tree, and it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, mine looked a little bit more like a house once I'd done it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how rough it is, just the brief outline of a Christmas tree. There's my house Christmas tree. Then you want to put lots of Nutella on top. Now, at this point, I wasn't too sure how much Nutella to put on, but I made sure there was enough just to spread it as evenly as I can, as far to the edges as possible. Then I've sprinkled on some ground almonds and a bit of ground cinnamon too. Then carefully roll out your second sheet of puff pastry and place it over the tree you have already done. Then you'll be able to feel the outline of the tree you've made underneath, and you want to cut out the top piece of puff pastry to make a lid for it. This is where you get a little bit creative. You want to be cutting each side of your Christmas tree in strips up the side about 1 centimetre apart from each other. Then take each strip, or what will be each branch of your tree, and carefully twist it round twice and place it back down on the baking paper. Continue this all the way up and on both sides until you get to the top. With a little bit of remaining pastry, I've also made a star for the top with a bit of Nutella inside, and then you just want to put a little bit of milk all over it, but be careful when you do the branches, because if you put too much milk on, you'll smudge your Nutella. I think I could have made my branches a bit wider. I've got a bit of a big trunk, but hopefully it won't matter. Then pop that into the oven at about gas mark 6 for about 18 minutes. Okay, ooh, that looks done. All my stars fallen apart though. Toni, how is yours looking?
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy.
My Christmas tree is a little bit big for this.
Let me just make a little fix here. There we go. Well, that's not too bad. Looks like a tree anyway. Finish with a little bit of icing sugar snow. Toni, these are yummy. That's turned out good. How's yours?
It's okay. The star looks a little bit disconnected from the tree. There we are. This is a great activity for anybody to do. Kids, people who live by themselves, because there's more for you to eat. If you love sweet treats, you'll love creating something like this. Thank you so much for watching me create my little Nutella Christmas tree, and thank you for spending a little bit of time with me. If you enjoy Polly's content, then you may just enjoy my content. I create quite a lot of lifestyle videos, cleaning videos, a little bit of decorating, a little bit of real life and what happens on a weekly basis in my life. So if you enjoy that type of content, you may want to subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me, and I hope you enjoyed it and it inspired you to make a lovely, really easy Nutella Christmas tree.
Well, I certainly had a lot of fun making it and had even more fun eating it, quite frankly. It didn't last long in our house. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little collaboration there with Toni-Interior. And if you do like Toni's channel, I will link it down below for you as well. So that is the end of today's Vlogmas, day 22. My goodness, these days are going very, very, very quick. And tomorrow will be Christmas Eve. And the big shop is coming. Fingers crossed it's coming. Anyway, it's coming quite early as well, so hopefully I'll be able to get organised quite early. Anyway, until tomorrow, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed today's Vlogmas video. And until tomorrow, stay safe, stay in the boat, and keep doing all things good. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye.